Let's talk about Russell Westbrook. His shooting stats down this year in most categories, but that hasn't stopped the Thunder from winning. And he gave a strong statement about helping his team in other ways on Sunday. Listen to this one.
Your approach?
My approach never changes. Like I said, like I just told you, scoring the basketball is not the only thing I can do. I'm the best rebounder in my position, the best passer in my position, the best defender in my position. I can do everything, and I pride myself on doing that.
So I want to direct you guys to the ESPN app because Royce Young has a good story that just posted this morning on why people in the organization aren't that concerned about Russ's numbers. What about you, Byron? As a former coach, when you see him say that I'm good at everything else, right?
He didn't say he was good at everything. He said he's the best, at everything at his position.
And they're third in the West. Do you think this is a balance that's okay?
I do. I mean, I'm not concerned about his shooting. First of all, Russ has never been a great shooter. He's a volume shooter. He's never been a guy that's going to shoot 47, 48, 49% from the field. So you understand that about him from day one. So, you know, like he said, there's other areas of the game that he can help his team with that helps them be successful. Leading the league in assists. Yep. He's one of the top steal guys in the league. He is the best rebounder in his position, you know, in the league. Yep. So there are a number of different things that he does on the basketball court, and that's why this team is where they at right now. And then you got to give some credit to Paul George, who's, you know, phenomenal. Subtraction from, you know, that addition from subtraction.
Who's taking more of the shots.
Now he's getting more touches, and he takes pride in being one of the top players on this team as well. And they put a lot of pressure on themselves to carry this team. And the other role players have done a great job as well.
Yep. I was actually at that game in Dallas where he made those comments afterwards to Tim McMahon.
Yeah.
The thing that I walked away with, and I know Dallas won that game, but Westbrook, if this was last year or 2 years ago, him going through this kind of shooting slump would have been a priority on his brain.
Right.
But I got to break out of this. I got to. And I don't think we're talking about this enough. The great season that Paul George is having, it's not just because there's more opportunity. It's because Russell Westbrook is allowing it to happen. Yep. He's okay with, I'm okay, like he said, with struggling in this area because I can do other things while Paul is the one who's carrying the load for us offensively. And I think that's a great step in maturity for him because up until now, he's kind of been a control freak. Even when Kevin Durant was there, he was a control freak, and he's ceding that control.
Which he's known for off the court, too. I mean, his organizational skills are legendary. He likes to have everything a certain way.
But now the team is better. I'm not saying it's better because he's not playing as well, but I'm saying him being able to let go and relax in that area is making the team better.
I think what's interesting is we've always talked about his legendary competitiveness, right? And how he wanted to be the guy pushing his team to win, and you needed that, right, in his MVP season. But if you had to pick, if Russell Westbrook has to pick between him being the guy to push his team to win or his team just winning, I think we're seeing Russell Westbrook genuinely wants his team to win. And not every player would pick that over them being the guy. But he does pick that.
The other thing is the idea that me being the guy doesn't mean me taking a shot. So there was a play in Brooklyn where he passed it to Paul George. There's a play, they lost the game. I can't remember who they're playing, but he passed it to Abrinas. Yep. And everyone's like, whoa, what is he passing to Abrinas for? Because that's the right play. And he's starting to,
like I said. It was a good shot, it just missed.
It just missed, but you do the right thing.
And he's still averaging a triple-double.
Yeah.